Hiya, kids. Continuing our enneagram summary with the type 7. This is also referred to as the Epicure. But I think I like the words the enthusiast or the adventurer a little bit better. They're more common terms. Epicure seems, it's a cool word, but a lot of people don't know what that means. I had to look it up. I thought it might have been some sort of spice rack or something. I don't know. But the adventurer, that's a good one. This is extroverted thinking. Where the 5 was an introverted thinking, the 6 was sort of both introverted and extroverted, but overthinking. The type 7 is extroverted thinking. So on the Myers-Briggs, it would probably be an ENTP is probably the strongest contender, but also maybe ENTJ, ESTJ. There's as long as there's an E there and there's a T there, the other ones can probably have some elasticity. I think ESTP seems like it has some 8 qualities in it, so that might be closer to the 8 side of things, but ENTP certainly. Type 5 was like an INTP, so they have some commonalities. I mean, they're both interested in exotic ideas and things like that, but Type 5 will kind of relegate those to the realm of their own minds and probably not even be interested in actualizing them, where the ENTP wants to be very vocal about it and broadcast it to the world and maybe not spend as much time thinking about it. I think a blend of both of those things is probably what you want. And they're next to each other on the Enneagram, depending on the energy of travel of the arrow of, what is it? I can't remember what that's called. Isn't that bad? Anyway, it'll come to me. This is a blend of Mercury and Jupiter energy, like Jupiter in Gemini or Mercury in Sag. Gemini and Sag share that axis in the zodiac, separated by 180 degrees. Type 7 really does that well, depending on maybe what wing it has. The direction of stress, the stress arrow. 7-6 is different from 7 wing 8. So maybe, you'll decide on maybe what more of that side you're on, to whether it's more Gemini or Sag energy. These are mentally agile people, and they usually have a lot of projects and styles happening simultaneously. Mixing that with probably a quest for abundance and a craving for excitement. They really want fulfillment through experiences. There's never a dull moment. 7s typically like things upbeat, fun, energetic, loving travel, fan interaction, the after parties, everything. And those are all, great things in show business. To me, if you look at any social media, it almost seems like everybody has this persona that they want to project to the world. And that's almost always like a type 7 persona, even if they're really not like that in real life. To project that on social media seems like it's almost made for it. Made for Instagram. So 7 artists are going to be adventurous. They're going to change styles, genres, career paths, seemingly on a whim. They're going to get bored of anything before too long. It can be fascinating to chart a career path of a 7, or frustrating depending on your relationship with them. I think maybe a good example of a type 7 might be the music of Frank Zappa. That comes to mind right now. It has a lot of 7 energy in it. Even as a guy, maybe, but the music definitely. It's very exotic, it's complex, it's cerebral, so there's that thinking stuff. But it's also very playful, very silly, very ridiculous, and every genre. We're bouncing around to every genre, sometimes even within the same song. It all gets covered. You get R&B, avant-garde, classical, hillbilly, country, fusion jazz, reggae music, punk rock, you name it. Lots of travel, too. A European tour happened almost every one of his professional years. He was always on the road. But off stage, he was maybe a bit of a different guy than he was on stage. He was very authoritative, possibly coming from a military family, demanding, very cynical, skeptical guy. This is a lot like a 6, so I'm thinking 7 with a wing of 6 is a strong possibility for Frank as a person. But that 7 definitely fits his music. And I think he was a Sagittarius too, so there's that Sagittarian energy. He's the only one I can think of right now. I probably should have made a list. I might do some more videos in the future where I do nothing but list and explain my take on music and where they fit on the Enneagram in the future. So stay tuned for number 8.